Good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filigera with the Logical Signals Elliott Wave Update for the NQ on Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. We are continuing to count the initial decline off of the all-time highs thus far at 13,900.50. And thus far, it has really followed some very clean Elliott patterns to form what we're counting is a cycle wave 4 decline, corrective wave, and within that we're going to have three waves of primary degree, an A, a B, and a C wave, all of primary degree, and we're within that A wave down. And thus far, I'm anticipating that this will break into a 5-wave decline of an intermediate level. So it's going to be intermediate wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thus far, I believe we've done waves 1 and 2. We've started and begun in the intermediate third wave, which should be down. Okay, so waves 1, 3, and 5 will be down. Waves 2 and 4 are corrective, so they will be 3 waves up. In any case, what we've done so far is we've got a a minor wave 1 of intermediate wave 3. And then we left it yesterday, the market was here, and we went over the fact that it's like indeed that if this could complete that minor wave 2 bounce, it had reached levels that certainly met initial requirements for completion. And then the market did start to come off, but it kind of held and didn't go very far. And then even though that it went up, came down, it did end up rallying, and we had left open this possibility yesterday that the market could turn and once again rally very quickly to 12,900 to 13,000. And today, pre-opening or right on that opening, the market rallied to 12,993 before it started to turn lower. Now, once again, I can cleanly count. If I do 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4, 5 for wave C of minor wave 2. But I'm leaving it open because here we are getting, we got a nice decline right off of that high, 200-point decline, and then zip. I'm going to go down to the shorter term charts, but again, here's our hourly, and let's pull that open a little bit so that we can see more cleanly. Yes. Come on. Let's see if I can get this done. I can see more cleanly inside the waves. There we go. So you can see that here we have, it comes off, comes down, the low is here, and then does what appears to be and can be counted as a flat ABC. Now, if this is as far as it goes, great. Because again, if it's a 1, 2, it needs to fall off that cliff. And I say it that way because if we don't get that acceleration lower, then it's likely not going to be the third wave that I'm looking for within this larger decline that's happening, and we're going to have to take a step back if it continues to rally and really starts to go above 1,300. And again, going over to, I'm going to move this, there we go. Going back over to the other chart, we have plenty of room for this minor wave 2. It just cannot exceed the starting point of minor wave 1, which is pretty much 13,326. So it does have the room to do it. It just makes it a little bit more edgy as to building this bullishness within the market. And if that's essentially what's going to happen, and we're not going to get it to roll and begin to move back into the pattern that it was before, then we'll have to take a second look, because this end up being left as truly an ABC down. And that could be still 3 waves. That's why we need this continuation to prove that it's the pattern we believe. If not, and we have to leave it there, and that's going to be the low for a while, well, then we're again looking for the possibility that it could top out and go above 13,900. Now, we've watched the Dow go and do that, as witnessed in the future. And I'm going to pull this open. Let's take a very quick look, because against this backdrop, and again, while the Dow was doing this, it, yeah, I went above it today because no, let me pull it out even more. See where I'm running that. Yeah, these are all new highs. Let me get rid of those Fibonacci's. And we'll take a look. So the Dow has moving to new all-time highs. On the back of the recovery in Boeing, basically. Boeing probably being up $14, $15 today. I don't know how many hundred of points that it put onto this index. As we see this rotation of stocks, blah, blah, blah. In any case, it has now moved and made new all-time highs. Is that going to be enough for the Dow? And now we're going to start to find some sellers? Who knows? We need to wait and see. But it could be that it now has completed a much larger fifth wave rally, a wave 5 rally. And what it completes on a very large level could not be very pleasant, but that's another conversation. I want to take a look at the S&P, and you're going to see that the S&P has not moved. Or has it? No, I don't believe that it has moved to a new all-time high. Can't see that, can I? No, but it's up there and it's getting close. The all-time high is 3,959, I think it is. Come on. 3,959. And today we're sitting at 3,916. So we're within earshot. But what's holding it back is that they were selling Apple, they were selling Tesla, they started to sell, other stocks that are Microsoft, Intel. These are all in the S&P, and so they're going to have a drag on it. In any case, the NASDAQ does not necessarily need to go up and make new highs. We may be forced to go and take a second look as to what exactly is rolling out and how deep things can go. We will be able to assess more cleanly, even if it's an ABC, it might be the A wave, and this is just a B wave rally, and we can put Fibonacci levels all the way up and down. But we have not, this would be an alternate count, and we need to have alternate counts because of the way markets can be. It's not set in concrete that we're going to get this 5-wave decline. So if we don't, what do I think is going to happen? Well, that could be an A, we get a B wave and still get a C wave down. It's just maybe not going to be as deep. And so then we take a look at other levels that we've already put up when we look at the long-term charts for the NASDAQ. Right now, basically, it would be a return towards that, I think it's like 5,400 up to 6,500 level that would be a zone for this whole cycle wave 4 to complete. So we're just going back towards the lows of March of 2020. And that certainly is all possible, but we now have to allow the market to filter through to actually produce what's going to let us have the ability to then put a little bit of a probability or forecast together on what the market's going to do. Right now, we're still expecting downside, but we now know that if it's going to happen from these current levels, we really shouldn't see too much more rally. It can go above 13,000 and still push itself over the cliff. And we have additional resistance. Sorry, I need to go back out to that other chart and put the Fibonacci's back on. I think this was it here? Yeah, I'm going to put the Fibonacci's back on. Let's go there to there. We do have levels all above this. We have, we know we have 13,000. And I know I have 13,000, which was here. And then above that I know we have like 13,300. That would be that high. That should definitely be, we have 13,180. There's some different levels down below. 13,048. So we have levels that may contain it if this decides to run. And then we have to change this into that being the end of 3. And then that, but we'll deal with it should it happen. But we have to allow for it. Because again, the real story is that you must trade with what's in front of you. And then we are jumping down. So that's my outlook is like if it turns and starts to come down, that is going to spell much stronger that it's now dropping in that third of a third. And we know what to expect. It's going to break support. It's going to break below these moving averages as if they didn't exist. They're just going to start to go, and we're going to start to break, and breaking this low for sure, and keeping on going. But as you can see, while we're waiting, we must trade with what's in front of us. See if I can open this up a little bit more. Not much, let's go a little bit more. I'm just bringing it down so that you can see. Let's just go from this low because that's going to show up pretty cleanly. And this actually is on a 2-minute basis, a 5-way structure up. And that is from there to there. So I put in 5, and that could be a completion ABC for here. This has been very sloppy, so it's kind of been corrective. And now we can see here, look at this mess. It's like, geez, yucca. Messy, messy. So, yeah. We're beginning to see, now that's all in here. So you're seeing that this was A, B, C. So it looks again, even if that was a 1, here we got another 2, and it's doing exactly what the bigger one is doing. You can see it. It's the same ABC down. Look at that. Here's the A, the B, and this is the C. So as long as that remains, I'm going to continue to say that we're going to end up lower. We must allow, again, if it goes, you're going to trade it. That's my point. We're going to allow for the upside. And if it happens, don't be stubborn and just short into it. It's going to move and blow you out before you've got a second. That's what kind of trading happens in the NASDAQ. So just trade, go with it, and make tons of money. And if we start to go down, that's going to be the preferred count right now. And we're going to be looking for areas where it's going to start to break. And when it does, you're going to ride it. You sell it. There will be strong rallies. You can see them here. That was a pretty decent rally. Let's check it out. 12,735. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 35. So 12,735. It rallied 100 points. That's 835 with a few things in the way. But basically, it got up to 12,842 pretty much nonstop. This is a 2-minute chart. So, and basically an hour. It's 100 points. And you can trade it. You stay focused and you trade. Right now, it takes a lot of focus because it's evening. But in any case, that's my point. My point is these are tradable. And you don't have to change your little bit larger view to participate. And you don't have to declare that somebody else, it's like, oh yeah, they said it's going to go down, it did go down. Who cares? Trade it, participate. And then when it does, it's like, okay, that's what I'm expecting. Good. Now I know what what the limitation should be. You know, where, and then you're going to be able to draw Fibonacci's and be able to figure out that, it shouldn't go above, if indeed it's going to continue. And that's what we're looking for. I'm going to leave it there. Have a good evening. Have a good trading day tomorrow. And next update will be on Thursday evening.